My name is Nestor Lopez, and I am working on the census efforts in Hidalgo County. We're deep South Texas near the Mexican border. And similar to a lot of things that have been mentioned by everybody here, we face very similar challenges. But one of the biggest things that we do face is we have a very large rural population within Hidalgo County. And by this, I mean that they lie outside of city jurisdiction. And that presents a whole lot of different issues. But we do estimate that we have anywhere between a third to a fourth of our entire population lying outside of these city jurisdictions. So we're talking about roughly about 250,000 people that do not get reached by a city jurisdiction. So what are some of the challenges that we are facing? Like many others have mentioned, internet connectivity is something very big. A lot of these people in the rural areas do not have um, good access to the internet, and being that this census is primarily an online one, that presents its own challenges. We do have a language barrier too, that the in and of itself it's a known challenge. Um, in addition to this, we do have a lot of communities in these rural areas that rely entirely on PO boxes for their mail delivery services, and the Census Bureau has indicated that they will not be receiving their initial census ID because they need to tie it to a certain household. And being that a PO box doesn't do that, they have not been receiving this. So all of this kind of culminates in one large situation with a lot of different problems. So you have this population that cannot, for the most part, respond in the primary method of the census, and then on top of that, they're not receiving the first line of communication. So to plan for this, what we had done, we had a lot of different events planned to reach these communities, but unfortunately, the COVID-19 development happened, and that kind of got in the way of this. So that really is the situation of where we are. And so how are we trying to address these issues? How are we trying to reach the people that a lot of them simply have not heard a census message, and even if they have, they don't have the means to really communicate with the Census Bureau. So really, one of the things that we have been doing is, like a lot of people on this panel, is we've been focusing a lot on digital media, on social media, on radio and TV. We have partnered with different entities, different organizations from Hidalgo County to try to pull our funds, to our very limited funds, together to try to reach as many people as we can through radio, through TV, through social media. And on top of this, we have focused a lot on producing everything in both English and Spanish, as a big bulk of our population is natively Spanish speaking. So we have been focusing on that. But I feel that our biggest effort here has been in trying to empower local leaders. And by this, I mean local, not just city officials, not just county officials, but we've been focusing a lot on school districts. We have found that a lot of these rural areas, if there are any trust issues, the most trusted voice is usually in the school system. So we have been partnering with all of our schools, and trying to get the message out through them, whether it be digitally through their social media, maybe through their email distribution, through their text message distributions, and also getting physical material out through them, through their lunch programs, through their information dissemination of their actual school curriculum, through their, now that we are moving into different kind of graduation ceremonies, getting the message out through them. And we really do think that this is the best vehicle to reach these rural areas that are, quite frankly, very hard to reach in any other through any other means. But we are relying on our local leaders and our media partners to try to really magnify all of our voices.